All right, so we are going to do a little experiment. Now, while this is not official in any way, shape, or form, I have all the confidence in the world that it's going to be, in many ways, more reliable than anything done in the investigation with the Karen Reed trial. So, what I have here is a car. So, it is quite a windy day today, which might play into some things because we're going to be remembering that it was a blizzard during the time. So, here's my taillight. So, first of all, the height. Now, obviously, this is a Prius and not an SUV. However, you know, the taillights are going to be probably in a similar area. The point being, not nearly at the height of somebody's head when they're over 6 feet tall. This taillight here comes to like my hip area. So then, let's just take a look here because, you know, it looks like a solid piece of machinery, whatever the fuck. But if I knock it, you can tell it's very hollow, right? And like all of this stuff here, like it looks like it's like thick layers of glass or whatever. It's an illusion basically because it's just plastic, right? And it's like they have that lining in there, which we saw it with Karen's vehicle. We could see the inside was all silvery. It's that lining to give it, it's like a mirror effect where it's reflective. So that light, even without it being on, light reflects, right? So, so while it looks like there's a lot of shit in there, it's not, it's just hollow. And so, yeah, so that's what we got. Now also what we got is a hair. And the testimony was that they measured the hair at 7/8 of an inch. So I pulled a hair from my head so I could have the root tip on it because they talk about that. I don't know if that's going to make a difference in terms of how it attaches to the vehicle, but I measured it I cut it because I have really long hair. I cut it short to 7/8 of an inch. So it's just the very tip of my hair. So if you imagine a short piece of hair from somebody's head, right? Like it's like that, but it's the same length as what they have in evidence as far as the hair on the vehicle. It's hot, whatever. I can't duplicate the temperature, but we do know that there would have been some sort of moisture on her car because of the fact that there had been some snow. So in order to duplicate that, I've got just a spray bottle here with some water. It was a vertical panel where the hair was. And I would say that, you know, while for hers, it was under the tail light on the bumper. My bumper is curved. So I'm actually going to go right next to it because this is more of a vertical surface here. So I'm just going to spray. Sorry, it's dirty. It's pollen. So I'm going to spray a little bit of water. Good amount of water just to be sure it's wet. Okay, now I've got my little hair. If it'll focus, there we go. That's the root tip, I think, there. So I'm just going to take it, and it's actually curved, which is good because it's kind of curved, the one that they had. And I'm just going to place it. That's pretty good in terms of duplicating. Now I'm not going to press it on. Actually this is interesting. So I put it there. And now you can actually see how parts of it, I don't know if you, it's pretty good at duplicating it though, isn't it? So it's kind of a backward C shape. It's on there. I would imagine that because it's more humid in the summertime, I would imagine that moisture would last longer than when it was dry. But anyway, so there's the hair. And we took a look at the taillight already. But what I'm going to do now is that hair's there. I'm going to drive over to the grocery store, the Harris Teeter, which is literally right across the street from me, right that direction. And it's a very short drive. I'm going to drive to the grocery store and come home, and then we're going to see if that hair is still there. Y'all, I just got back from the Harris Teeter. 2-second drive across the street. There's a slight breeze. It was a little bit windier earlier, but it's been on and off. Anyway, take note of what is no longer here. The hair is gone. So, yeah. Also, I just wanted to say real quick, my car has damage to it that I did not do, and I have no idea how it got there, including this is pretty significant. Right here, that like chipped the paint, like kind of dented it, and then there's like minor scrapes and shit. But all of this I did not do. So I would imagine this is when my car was parked in a parking lot somewhere and somebody hit it with something. Just saying.